He knows Edgar Allan Poe.
Alright, good enough. Can I send him a passage from the Raven about knocking on a door?
Yeah, go for it. He probably knows that, actually. That'll probably be sketching the fuck out. The last... Alright, part 22 was the last thing that you uploaded, and that was where, I don't know the name of the scene.
Don't need the name, just get,
It's Hizao and Hanako in the, that shop. The, antique shop.
Wait,
I think, oh, no, it's the beginning of the end.
There's like a huge part that's the beginning and the end. I clicked on number 22 and it's just... Okay, that was weird. When I clicked on number 22, it brought me to the episode where you died.
What?
The roof episode.
I remember. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Wait, what? No, okay, at the end of that, you have... What the hell did... Well, whatever.
What's happening?
Okay, at the very end of that video, you bring back the roof scene.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, no, it's just like an end picture that he put up.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, I think I have a save there. Now that I know where to find it, that is.
I think that... Yeah, okay. No, yeah. We're at the part where she says, I don't really think either of us completely believes in what we're saying, but yeah, we are. Okay, I remember that now. I remember... Alright, okay, go into the...
It's after that.
Go into the city, and,
when they get to the shop.
yeah.
No,
it's a little bit
it's a little bit into it, but you know.
Yeah, they're about to leave.
Yeah.
It says, I don't really think either of us completely believes in what we're saying, but rather we're just repeating what we think we should say.
Eternal, obviously.
He's texting me, he says, Ramsey, don't go to that fucking door. What the fuck did you say to him?
I just sent him... Hold on, let me read it out. This will be content. The fact is, they were napping, and so gently I came rapping, and so faintly I came tapping at the chamber door. A late visitor intruding entrance at the chamber door. That is it, and nothing more. Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, but I mixed and matched because it didn't make sense if I just sent the quote. I had to change all the names and whatnot. Pronouns. Otherwise it would be talking about the person who's answering the door, and I'm not answering a door. You fucking touch him or Michelle will fucking kill you, understand me?
Oh my fucking god, he said he's coming over. Holy shit.
Have him come over and then just be recording Tato with Shocho.
Yeah, okay.
Should I call him and say that he should subscribe to Sonic on YouTube?
I'll tell you when I hear
part 23 soon.
I'll tell you when I hear a knocking on my door, then I want you to call him.
Okay. I'll do that.
You've convinced him that a Call of Duty DDoSer has killed me
From 2 years ago.
from 2 years ago. Too funny.
Now, do I reply with okay and then a sad face, or do I just leave it? That's the real question.
Uh,
I think I should just leave it if he's coming over.
Put down a winky face.
No, because then he'll think I'm actually gonna kill someone. Oh, he sent me another thing. Rams, you better be alright, and you better be fucking gone by the time I make it over, understand? Okay. Now I'm gonna put a sad face, and then... No, I'm gonna put a sad meme face with the meme arrow. The nose one. I don't really think either of us.
Ramsey, answer me right the fuck now. Alright, I'm ready. Yeah. I'm just gonna put my phone aside and check my messages after this session.
You should probably keep that open in case he goes, I'm calling the cops right now.
Okay, I'll put my phone back here, actually.
Yeah. You gotta be the early warning system for cops.
Alright, ready? We good? Set? Alright.
Ready.
Alright. I don't really think either of us completely believes in what we're saying, but rather we're just repeating what we think we should say. Can we go back to the school now? Sure thing. Let's go. As we leave for the bus stop, I see the store owner peek through the curtain at the back of his shop. I'm not really sure what the glance I'm not really sure. Dion's just going to be freaking out at me. I'm not really sure what that glance he gives to her says. It feels a bit weird, and the fact that Hanako, it's like a 20-minute drive to my house anyway, so. And the fact that Hanako didn't see it, he's just gonna sleep over here.
I told him I'll wait, so probably safe.
The fact that Hanako didn't see it is both a relief and a bit frustrating. Hanako and I stopped walking once we reached the concrete area between the dormitory buildings. There was no comma there. There was barely a word said between us on the way back from the city. Well then? What was your voice?
I think it was a normal voice.
Well then, goodbye!
God damn it.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna... Do you want to have some tea or something? How about a game? Hanako shakes her head embarrassedly. Quinty. I'm tired. Maybe later. I've got homework. She sounds a little depressed. Hanako obviously does want to do more, but I suppose she would have a bit of schoolwork to catch up on. She's missed a few days of lessons. Homework. Thanks for reminding me I've got a stack to do as well. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. See you, Ramsey. Ramsey. Before I can say goodbye, Hanako has turned and beginning to walk towards the... What the fuck? How is he on the highway already? Is he texting while driving?
Tell him to stop texting while driving. I don't want him getting hurt.
Okay, no. If he's texting while driving, I'm telling him what's going on. If he gets into a car crash, I'm gonna feel so fucking bad.
No, it's fine. This was the text Dion sent me when he got into a car crash. Ravioli, ravioli, don't open the door.
I'll leave it for now, but if he doesn't text me in the span of 5 minutes, I'm telling him what's going on because I'll be genuinely worried.
Okay, good.
Before I can say goodbye, Hanako has turned and begun to walk towards the entrance to the female dormitory building. Dion's not that stupid. I look at the door she disappears through for a bit before going towards my own dorms. Today
Oh,
was a tiring day.
I forgot we were like just on Act 4.
Then I die.
Yep. Oh no, it's Venom.
The symbiote. Wait, did we record the part where she did that?
I don't know.
Yes, we
It
did.
failed though. Doesn't matter.
Fucking whatever. I woke up, took my pills, had a nice shower, quickly slipped on my uniform, ate a tasty breakfast, grabbed my bag, and headed off, all as per my usual daily routine. It was only after arriving in class that the normality of the day was thrown off. After taking my seat, I watched my classmates trickle into the room over the next hour until every empty seat was eventually taken other than Hanako's. I can never get used to the idea that she doesn't show up to class every now and again. It feels all the more worrying now as well that given that Lily's left. As Muto comes to drone on, I find my gaze flicking every so often over to her seat, as if she might appear there any moment now. Nobody else seems to care at all about her absence, but they have little reason to. Hanako being absent from class, after all, is perfectly normal, or at least it was. Her attendance hasn't been all that bad from what I've seen in my time here, but it was apparently much more spotty beforehand. There was also an ominous time for her to be gone. It's the day before her birthday, and my suspicions are starting. I feel like. No, never mind. After starting to rise, after the breakdown she had in class when it was mentioned. An increasing amount of my thought is taken up by how I can help her, but in the end, I feel like I can't do anything.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dion's still texting me. I'm getting worried. The bell heralding the beginning of lunchtime rings out, shaking me out of my thoughts. A collective sigh of relief can be heard from the class, though Muto looks quite put off. He dislikes being interrupted in the middle of his exciting lectures, after all. Just when I'm wondering what I should do on lunch break, given that Hanako and Lily ain't here, you know?
Yeah.
The solution presents itself. Afternoon, Hee-chan! Afternoon, Misha. Shizune, you both look as bright as ever. Wow, this music's really loud. I'm gonna turn this down. Okay, it's almost muted and it's still really fucking loud. That's great.
The student council is a loud song for some reason.
Shi-chan wants to know if you'd like to have lunch with us today. Sure, it'll be good to have some company. The cafeteria hums with activity, much like my old schools did. Yamaku is different, though, in how strangely civilized the lunchtime rush is. What one would expect to be an unruly mob chomping down at the bit to get to the serving area is rather a neat and organized line.
Ooh.
But there's a small amount of jostling, and people's heads are often craning to check on what's happening up ahead, but it's pretty subdued. This is due, no doubt, to the various serious rules regarding such matters in the school. The same strict discipline is observed when students move in the hallways, or come to and from their dormitories and the school gate. While the reasons for it may be slightly off-putting, I've come to quite like this sense of order that's enforced in the school. I didn't really like being told by Shizune and Misha to get their lunches, though. I feel a little used as I take my seat at the table while they're sitting, plunking their food down in front of them. Sweet bread and strawberry milk for Misha, a bowl of ramen and juice for Shizune. I heave a sigh of relief as I put it all down after the significant difficulty I had carrying it all in addition to my own lunch. Thank you! Misha claps her hands together before popping open the wrapper and digging into her bread ravenously. Shizune simply gives an appreciative nod for giving her steaming ramen a stir and blowing on it a little to cool it down. I open my lunch, another packet of sweetbread, and take a bite before washing it down with some juice. The bread is very sweet, so much so that I end up forcing myself to stomach it just to get the experience over with. Midway through, I decide to take a break from the difficult task, and that's what's going through my mind. So I'm guessing you two had a reason to drag me down here? You two seem to always have an ulterior motive after all. What are you afraid, friend? Her mouth is full of sweetbread as she speaks. It's a pretty unpleasant sight. Shizune looks a little grossed out before going back to eating her ramen. I wait until Misha swallows what she has in her mouth before speaking again. You're not buttering it up to make me work with you after school? Nope. I'm not trying to extract information from me that I might not want to give. Oh wait, I forgot. Misha has an Australian accent. Fine, you win. I guess you wanted to eat lunch with someone as intelligent and handsome as me then. Hee-chan, you got it. Shizune looks unimpressed as Misha finishes signing her conversation and sucks in the last of the long noodle as she signs her own thoughts. Sui-chan says you shouldn't be so suspicious of us. She's just doing a duty as class representative after all. How is she... are you doing that? As much as I hate to admit it, it looks as if I still have trouble communicating with Shizune. It should be a simple matter of keeping eye contact with her and addressing Shizune instead of Misha in my speech. But when somebody else is doing the talking for her, it's a surprisingly difficult task. It's the class representative's job to ensure everyone's doing alright in class, isn't it? Not really. Wait, how is making me get your food ensuring, god damn it, ensuring that I will go well in class? Shizune huffs and adjusts her glasses disapprovingly. So this is the thanks we get for giving you companionship during lunchtime, is it, twat? It's a total dodge of the question. Wait, hang on. How did you know that I... Lily's away and Holiker is absent, and since those two are the only people they hang around with, you also made it seem kind of obvious to see. Ouch. I may well have done so, but she didn't need to rub it in. It was payback for before. Right, well thanks, I appreciate it, and that isn't sarcasm. Let's do nod and we get back to finishing our meals. It feels a little embarrassing to be accompanied just because they noticed I was lonely, but it isn't as if they're strangers either. It isn't long before I finish the last of my bread and start on the last of my juice. And as I do so, I find my mind wandering back to what I'd been thinking about before the two interrupted my train of thought. It feels like I'm the only one in class that so much as acknowledges Hanako's not being there. It feels like the other times she skipped class, but now it's even more acutely annoying. Does nobody care if she's happy or not? Have they just written off any possibility of helping make her better? Even Muto doesn't try to keep her in class, and I'm still not wholly convinced by his reasoning. Hee-chan, is your juice past the expiry date? What? You're pulling a weird face like this. Then Misha mimics my own expression. Her exaggeration makes me grimace, though Shizune at least takes some amusement from it. I was thinking about Hanako. Or, where ya, Monika? Misha's interest is piqued, and so is Shizune's. Once my words are interpreted for her. I'm just worried about her being absent so often, especially now though, what with her birthday coming around. The memories of the incident in class are still fresh in their minds. Their faces alone are telling that much. Do you know anything about Hanako? Anything that might help? Misha shrugs and looks to Shizune, who mulls on this for a while. The only people she's ever talked to for more than a sentence or two are you and Lily. Shizune may not be able to convey Lily's name in a derisive tone of speech, but I feel as if it's coming through in her sign language. The effect is lost, however, after Misha's interpretation. There are a couple of things we know about Hanukkah student council members, but thanks to the recording that passed through our hands. But we can't exactly say anything about what's in them, that can we, Wanker? Understandable. Fucking pillock. I know it's a lot to nurses, like the nurses' it sounds a lot like the nurse's patient confidentiality. Then we find someone that knows something about Hanukkah's past, it ends up being a dead end. The only way I'll ever find out is by asking her. I don't know if she'll let me know such things, but it's for her sake. I have to at least try. Don't worry about each end. It happens every year after all. It doesn't remove my sense of worry at all. I still feel a little at fault for what happened in class, but this feels like it goes on further, even without their confirmation of the fact. Misha notes my troubled expression, her own usually happy and reassuring face dropping. Everybody has their problems to deal with, right, Ichan? Yeah, I just wish I could help Hanako. Fuck.
We'll get to it.
No, we won't. I refuse to believe Hanako has a sex scene. That's just so.
Hey, it's in character when you get there.
I just wish I could help Hanako more with hers. With that, the conversation trails off on a depressing note. Eventually, Misha manages to pick up the mood back up Eventually, Misha manages to pick the mood back up through her usual bright and bubbly antics. How the fuck is he only 5 minutes away?
Oh, fuck, I have to do this again?
Hold on, no. You got 5 minutes.
No, I mean, like, well, whatever.
Yeah, well. Text him. No, actually, don't do that. He's driving.
I know, that's why I wasn't texting him.
Eventually, Misha manages to pick the mood back up through her bright and bubbly antics, but my mind remains focused on Hanako. This dude has sent me 17 text messages. Like, motherfucker, I'm gonna scold the shit out of you if you don't die before you get here. Holy fuck. Eventually, Misha manages to pick up the bright and bubbly antics, but my mind remains focused on Hanako. I'll go check on her later. I make sure my door is locked after dropping off my school bag. The dorms are quiet. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. He's gonna be so pissed. The dorms are quiet. Muto kept me occupied longer than I expected, discussing my studies after class ended and pressing me on some worksheets to give to Hanako almost as an afterthought.
You okay?
No, I keep skipping it. Absorbed in thought, I'm later registering the shadow that appears in front of me.
This is what I was talking about.
Looking up reveals the owner, said Shadow. Hey man,
Hey, fuck off. Hey man, haven't seen you in a while. Again?
Yeah, again? Oh. Hi.
What's with that response?
My absent-minded greeting visibly annoys him. Like, yeah, it's audible too, apparently. I'd probably have had the same reaction. Sorry, just thinking about a lot of stuff.
Thinking's a pretty poor excuse to not be aiding the war effort.
And how goes the war?
I am preparing. Right now I need money to help with those preparations.
If you want me to loan you money, just say it.
No man, I'm good.
You're good? You don't want my money?
Hey man, don't look so surprised. It's insulting. I'm pretty big in the competitive bowling scene, but yesterday I found some guys who didn't know that.
God damn it! I'm fairly sure that betting would be against the school rules.
School rules don't matter. This is a war situation. People these days, they have no appreciation for what war means.
So what do you need this money for, dare I ask?
Non-perishable canned food, building materials, mostly corrugated iron and wood panels, first aid kit, camping heater, portable radio, sleeping bag, flashlight, mechanical clock.
At first, it strikes me as a rather random assortment of objects and materials, but after a few seconds, it clicks. Isn't that a list of materials for a fallout shelter? You know, I'm kind of upset that I just jumped to that conclusion. Like, oh yeah, I know, I know what a list of materials for a fallout shelter is. Like,
well, hey, Ramsey's been doing some research himself.
Yeah.
Ah, so you've read a Protect and Survive booklet.
I'm hearing a
It's
knocking.
good to
Hold on a minute.
No, okay, wait, then I'm gonna call.
Call him quick.
Get ready for it.
Alright, I'm going for the door.
What? Subscribe to Sonic Hitachi Night Doki Doki on YouTube for Big Daddy Plays with Disabled
I
Girls
don't
Part
think you
23.
understand the situation.
I already know it was you.
Oh,
You read out my text immediately.
Did you know it was me the whole time?
I pretty kind of figured, not the whole time, but there was a part where you read out my text and I was
Oh,
like,
damn it! I caught myself doing that and I was like, fuck!
yeah.
Fuck! Too bad.
Yeah,
Too
more or
bad.
less.
Oh well. Depressing. I told Sonic about it before we did it. But yep, hold on a minute.
Oh, is it still my line? So you've read a Protect and Survive booklet. It's good to see someone so knowledgeable about how to protect themselves. There you go.
Hold on, I need to choose a profile picture for your contact listing. Perfect. No. I got it. I got what? No, I still have a picture of him in that suit, in that lolly suit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Alright. So you... No, wait, what? You don't seriously think...
It's a non-zero possibility.
No, I'm pretty sure there's a zero possibility of that ever happening. He slowly and dramatically raises an eyebrow. Well, as dramatically as one can raise an eyebrow. The chance is, I don't know, 0.1 of the trillionth place. It's infinitesimal. Besides, where can you even build a fallout shelter anyway? Certainly not on campus.
It's my summer holiday project while I'm at home. My dad said I can do it.
Really?
Yeah, he thought it will improve my crafting skills and manual dexterity, or something.
Knowing Kenji, his dad probably just thought it might keep him out of his hair for a while. Still, it doesn't make me wonder what his parents are like. Maybe they're totally normal, and Kenji is just an aberration. On the other hand, maybe this kind of paranoia and fearful survivalism runs in the family.
Hey! Oh yeah. Hey, you wanna help me build it? You look like the type to be handy with tools. If I had your help, we could make a really badass bunker instead of just a fallout shelter.
I doubt that. Playing soccer before my accident gave me good footwork, but I've never really tried my hand at anything approaching real handiwork. I'm not really. I'm busy over the holidays anyway, I'm afraid.
A shame. If the feminists ever get control of launch codes, I fear that so few will be prepared.
And your fallout shelter will protect you from a nuclear bomb explosion, in the case that does happen?
A fallout shelter isn't meant to protect against the blast. That's what a blast shelter is for. I thought you knew better.
Oh, my mistake.
My home's pretty far away from any major military sites, so the fallout following a nuclear exchange is a bigger concern than the blast itself. What this will do is keep the dust and other particles away from me, my food supply, and my sleeping area.
Particles?
Particulates, that's the second time. Why would they say particulates?
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. It's gotta last me at least 14 days, though.
14 days is a pretty long time.
It is. I need 1 liter of water a day for drinking, 2 optimally so that I can wash as well. Toiletry is easy enough, just garbage bags and a bin placed outside the shelter area. Food means canned supplies, of course.
Yeah, of course. And the radio is for outside communication?
Right, so I can pick up government alerts on what's going on outside. I need a mechanical clock rather than an electric one in case the electromagnetic pulse from a nuclear airburst fries it too. There's also the other stuff I need as well, like extra clothing, matches, and candles. I think I still have time to gather it all, though. Maybe.
As much as I hate to say it, I'm a little impressed. He's really researched this and thought it through. Then again, I don't know if I want to live in a post-apocalyptic world with only people like Kenji having survived. It sounds like you really know what you're doing.
Damn right I do.
It must be hard living in constant fear like this. He hardly ever socializes either, so the fact he went bowling with others in itself something of a surprise. This mentality reminds me of a little certain someone. Thankfully, her fear of others doesn't manifest in such a distinctly eccentric way. One thing I know for sure is that I certainly can't tell him exactly why I haven't been hanging around with him much recently. It's late. I have stuff to do. I'll think about making a fallout shelter or something, though.
Yeah, alright, that's cool. A man has to do what he's gotta do, after all. And you should hang out with me sometime, by the way. You're a cool dude. Cool dudes should hang together, right?
For some reason, that compliment actually felt kind of nice. Yeah, we should hang out, drink some whiskey, jump off a roof. You know, the situation with Hanako being what it is, though, means that I probably won't be able to fulfill his request. For now, at least. That'd be good. I'll talk to you later about it when I can.
Cool. Later, dude.
No. He retreats to his dormitory room. And I'd better go see Hanako.
Goodbye for the last time. Except probably not, I don't remember.
No, nice. I stand outside of the door to Hanako's room, hoping that she isn't too much in a state as I nervously clutch the worksheets Muto asked me to pass on to her. Now, hold on real quick while I go to... Okay, yep. I stand outside the door to Hanako's room, hoping that she isn't too much of a state as I nervously clutch the worksheets Muto asked me to pass on to her. It's one more reason to visit her, and it gives me something to talk about, so I suppose I should be thankful to him for giving me the task. With a long breath to steady myself, I rap my knuckles on the door in front of me. Knock, knock. Silence. I listen intently for any sound of shuffling coming from inside, but I can't hear a thing. Jesus Christ! She's not home, fuckboy. I knock on the door again, slightly harder. Still no answer. How strange. Scratching my head, I make one last attempt to get her to answer as I knock on the door one final time. Hanako, it's me. Muto said to give you some stuff. For a while, the attempt seems just as unsuccessful as the last. Before I slip the sheets under her door, though, I hear the handle rattling. As the door opens halfway, I quickly try to see how Hanako's faring. It's a task made somewhat more difficult by her oversized gown hiding so much of her body. What's the O about?
Perfect.
She doesn't look sick, or at least not immediately so. To be honest, I'd have preferred that to her expression right now. She looks terribly tired and appears to be barely acknowledging my presence. Hi, Hanako. Muto wanted me to give you these since you weren't in class today. I hold out the loose sheets, which she tentatively takes in her hands. The way she moves is devoid of thought. Her posture is slumped in an unusual manner for someone that is so often tense and wound up. Even her eyes keep looking away from mine, doing their best to avoid eye contact. I move my head a little to try and get a better look, but she just ends up turning away. Are you okay? If you're feeling sick or anything, I could go get a nurse. It's almost pitiful to put on such a routine get well soon act. I can't think of anything else I could possibly do for her, though. She seems to collect herself a little at the notion, but only a little. Her head remains turned away, but her eyes move towards me. I'm fine. An awkward silence follows. As it lingers, I notice the sheets and the cuff of her gown bear slightly damp stains. The sleeves, not the sheets. I was like, what the fuck? Her cheeks are a bit red too. Has she been crying? I see. I hesitate a little before coming out with the words I really came here to say. Would you like me to stay? I don't have anything urgent to do at the moment, so it wouldn't be any trouble. Her eyes slide away from me, and I lose hope for any improvement of her mood. I wait for a response, but she doesn't say anything, or give any kind of gesture. She just stands there, looking away from me. Hanako? She slowly shakes her head. Okay, good night then. With that, Hanako steps back and closes the door without a second word. More than a little worried, I retreat back to my room. Wandering up the hallway, I kept mulling over what happened. It felt like Hanako was only half there, and as if I was interacting with a robot that was just doing what it was programmed to do without really any thought. She was a husk of a person.
Hey there, it's me again.
Apparently, I'm also wearing like fucking
Okay.
spats or something, and I'm walking on like marble because click click. Am I right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
This is
It's
frustrating.
time for more comic relief. Right in the middle of your scene.
Yeah, right now. This is frustrating. I had hoped that meeting Hanako would help the situation, but I feel like it's only made it harder to understand her. How am I supposed to try and help her when she quite literally shuts me out like that? I don't even bother to turn on the light, opting instead to simply change into my pajamas, quickly choke down my evening pills, and collapse onto my bed. I kill myself that night because I choked on them. Choked down, get it?
I don't get it.
Hey, I did that with alcohol just then, and now my eyes are watering and my throat burns. So give me a minute. All right, cool. I'm good. Once
Okay.
again, Hanako doesn't turn up for class. Try as I might to concentrate on other matters, the fact continues to distract me throughout the entire school day, and even as I walk through the school garden to the dormitories. I don't think today being her birthday is a coincidence either. I don't know the link between the two events though, nor do I have any idea what she's feeling. Were it physical pain, I could at least provide some limited comfort. With something like this though, I have no idea where to start. I run the people I know through my head, thinking about whether they could help. Shizune and Misha don't know that much about Hanako, and what they do know they can't tell me. Same for the nurse. In the end, there's only one person that knows Hanako well that will be willing to tell me anything. Entering my dorm room, I notice something that takes me off guard. It's starting to feel familiar. With everything that's been around me, I'm thankful that this room has started to finally be somewhere where I can relax a little. When I first entered Yamaku, it felt immediately foreign in every way, from the untouched neatness to the way it smelled. Focusing bask on the tack at hand, I throw my bag onto the bed as I open the top drawer of my desk. Before she left, Lily told me the number to call her on when in Scotland, and I wrote it down. In hindsight, I wonder if she knew something like this could happen. Now that she's out of reach, I realized just how much both Hanako and I have relied on her for guidance. I dig around drawer after drawer, looking for the damned piece of paper. Eventually, thankfully, I find it nestled under the borrowed library book. I probably should have just entered it directly into the cell phone, come to think of it. Without further ado, I enter the numbers and actually press the call button. Eventually the phone picks up. A feminine voice I don't recognize on the other end. It's probably Lily's mother. Woo! Sit down, woo! English?
Yeah.
I suddenly, finding myself unprepared, I realize I can't understand a word she says, either due to my limited vocabulary or her heavy accent. I should have anticipated this, since according to Lily, her mother is a native Scot. I soldier on in the hope that she must know some Japanese, considering it's her daughter's native language. It's Ramsey speaking. An enthusiastic sound of realization can be heard as she recognizes my language. My feeling of relief is immense. Ah, you must be one of Lily's friends from school, correct? Even so, her accent means I have to concentrate to work out what she's saying. Yes, that's right. Pleased to speak to you, Mrs. Satow. It's so nice to have the. It's so nice of her to find someone so polite. Lily dear, it's for you. Her mother seems. Her, yeah, well, her mother seems nice, if a little over-enthusiastic, given the mundane situation. There's a small silence as Lily takes her time getting to the phone. In the distance, I can make out her mother scolding her playfully for just getting up. Hello, Lily speaking. You sound awful. She makes a sound somewhere between a dying animal and a yawn. Hey, it's like Sonic when he yawns. The one time I did remember to check before calling was the time zone. It'd be pretty late in the morning over there, so she really has no excuse. There it is. I'm not feeling well? Just tired. What time is it over there? Late afternoon. School just finished for the day not too long ago. Hanako's not well, is she? And that was quick. My assumption that she must have known something like this could happen seems to have been on the mark. How did you know? Because today's her birthday. I'd hoped she might have gotten at least a little better after coming to know you, but how's she right now? She missed school today and yesterday. I still have to check up on her today. To be honest, after seeing how she was when I talked to her yesterday, I'm pretty anxious. I really have no idea what to make of it. Has this happened in the past? Is it related to her scarring in some way? Unfortunately so. Roughly the same thing happened last year when her birthday came up. As far as I can tell, it's because her parents died in the accident that caused her scarring, and Hanako blames herself for their deaths. What she says does seem to make sense. If she's blaming herself on her birthday, she may well be ruining the day she was ever born. Hanako had mentioned her stay in the orphanage to me. Maybe I should take some heart that she trusts me enough to tell me such a thing. Lily seeming so in the dark about it, though, almost to the extent that I am, is a surprise. So that's why she lives in the student dorms as well. Has she told you any more about the accident? As close as we've come, she's barely told me anything about what happened. What I know is it's largely conjecture. She sounds depressed, almost defeated. Considering the trauma Hanako must have gone through, I really can't fault Lily for not knowing. Nevertheless, she still seems to consider it's a personal failing. Don't blame yourself, Lily. With everything she's gone through. There's a long silence from the other end of the line. I begin to wonder if the call cut out before the voice at the other end speaks out once again. There is another person, though, that has been a subject of of worry for me as of late. Oh? I run through the people she could be talking about in my head. The only friends she seems to keep very close are Hanako and me, though there is Akira as well. That person is your Ramsey. Cut it there, Sonic. That's episode 23.
Including the giant animation?
Yep.